Good morning, class. Can you see me? Unfortunately, I'm having some issues with my internet connections on the. It's becoming very slow. So I thought, why make you wait? I've come on the phone. Can you see me? Say good morning, someone. Then I'll start class. Good morning, seniors. Are you there? Hi, Pari. Okay. Someone has to say good morning from the seniors class. Hi, Parisa. How are you? Good morning. Thank you. Sepide. Okay. Okay, Sepide. Good morning, Pari. Good morning, Sepide. Yes. Good morning, Fawad. Yes. I'll begin my class. See, I was talking to you, good morning. I was talking to you about negotiations, how negotiations are very important. And then I went on and talked to you about conflicts. See, conflicts and negotiations are topics that go side by side. When there is a conflict, you have to do negotiation, right? Not only do you have to do negotiations when there's a conflict, you also have to. Thanks, Pari. Yeah, Rukia, good morning. You also have to do negotiations when you're starting a new relationship or you're starting a joint venture and some such things. All right. So here we are. Sorry about that. Here we are. I'm talking to you about. Okay, that's steady, right? See, I'm talking to you first of all. I'm talking to you about two case studies. One case study is between companies, and one case study is where the government intervenes. Okay, government intervenes. So yeah, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so here we are. In August 1997, the government of India appointed one Mr. Bhaskarudu as the managing director of India's passenger car market leader Maruti Udyog Limited, MUL. Okay, the appointment was strongly. You know that Maruti, we call it Maruti Suzuki. Now Suzuki Corporation, Suzuki Motor Corporation is the partner of Maruti Udyog Limited. So what happens is Bhaskarudu was appointed as the MD of the Maruti Udyog Limited. The appointment was strongly opposed by Suzuki Motor Corporation, that is, we call it SMC of Japan, which was the government of India's 50% partner in the Maruti Udyog Limited joint venture. In a press release following the appointment, Osamu Suzuki, they call it Osamu, president of SMC, claimed that the appointment was illegal on the grounds that five of the directors who comprised the majority of Maruti Udyog Limited's board, strength of nine, there were nine board of directors, in that five were from SMC, that is Suzuki Motors Corporation, and five of them had objected to the appointment. Suzuki alleged that Bhaskarudu was incompetent and unsuitable for the MD post. Now, the government of India argued that, as per the 1992 amendment in the joint venture, they made an amendment in the agreement, that is Maruti Udyog, Government of India with SMC, Suzuki Motor Corporation. They had made one amendment in the agreement, and both the partners were entitled to nominate the managing director for 5 years in turns. First, you appoint one gentleman and he will work for 5 years. Then we will appoint a gentleman, he will work for 5 years, and so on. And there was no. So, when this agreement was there, then why should we consult? Even if the board of directors say no, there's no need for consultation with them at all. This is what the government of India said. Now, Marasoli Maran, the industries minister, alleged that SMC was opposing the appointment of this one Bhaskarudu because it wanted someone called, there was a gentleman called Jagdish Kathar, He was the executive director of Maruti Udyog Limited, who was supposedly a loyalist of Suzuki Motors Corporation. Okay. Following the disagreement, a furious exchange of letters took place between Suzuki Motors Corporation and the industry. SMC asked for Bhaskarudu's resignation, claiming that the minutes of the meeting where Bhaskarudu was appointed did not fully record its objections to the same. In the minutes of the meeting, in the meeting where Bhaskarudu was appointed, I believe there were the objections to his appointment were not recorded. Okay. However, the government of India refused to remove Bhaskarudu and reportedly even started looking in case Suzuki Motors wants to exit from our this thing, we will find somebody else. This is what the government of India started looking out for. Soon after, in the AGM held on September 22, 1997, SMC and the government of India representative even resorted to verbal violence. SMC nominees on the board attempted to prove Bhaskarudu's unsuitability to the post by questioning him regarding the functioning of MUL. When Bhaskarudu's appointment was put to vote, there was a tie. Prabir Sengupta, once again, Prabir Sengupta, chairman of the MUL board, used his casting vote to ratify the appointment. This Sengupta gentleman was the chairman of the board, and he used his casting vote, that is the veto, to ratify this fellow's Bhaskarudu's appointment. Okay, but what happened is SMC nominees passed a no confidence motion against Sengupta and proposed the name of Yoshio Saito for the chairmanship. Okay. The government of India strongly backed Sengupta, stating that he should be allowed to complete his scheduled term of 5 years. Once again, guys. Okay. The government of India. So I will go again and I will say, see, I'll repeat. Maruti Udyog Limited, MUL, is in a partnership, is formed because of a partnership with 51%, is it 50%, from 50%, 50. It's very important. 51 and 50 makes a very big difference in a partnership. So 50% of the partnership was with Suzuki Motor Corporation. Now, when the government of India in 1997 appointed one Mr. Bhaskarudu as the chairperson, Suzuki had issues. They said, first of all, this fellow is unsuitable. They said one thing. They said, and secondly, they said first they said that 9 out of 9 board of directors, 5 had said no to this fellow's appointment, and yet you have appointed him. And then they said he was even unsuitable for the appointment. But the government of India said in 1992, we made a amendment in the agreement between us, in the joint venture agreement between us. And what we said is 5 years government of India will appoint an MD, 5 years Suzuki will appoint an MD. So what is the point when that is there and government India has a right to appoint? Why should we consult? This is what the government of India said. But then what happened is, again, when they wanted to ratify Bhaskarudu's appointment, so again Suzuki had a problem. Their people said, no, this man is not up to the mark. You put someone called Saito, as the there was one Osamu Suzuki, president of SMC, claimed that it is illegal. And then there is a gentleman called Saito who was proposed for the post. So what happened is Prabir Sengupta, who was the chairman of the board, had to use his casting vote, that is veto type, and then he had to I got a little disturbed with this thing coming up. Okay, so Prabir Sengupta had to cast his casting vote in order to ratify Bhaskarudu's appointment. So what happened is they passed the Suzuki said you remove him only, we have no confidence, and they tried to remove Prabir Sengupta. Again the government of India intervened and said Prabir Sengupta has to complete his 5 years. Okay, now then Suzuki was even more upset. It went to the International Court of Arbitration in 2000. Okay, arbitration petition they lodged in the International Court of Arbitration. So then in June 1998, the new Bharatiya BJP government intervened into the issue and arranged for an out-of-court settlement between the parties. Alright? They arranged for an out-of-court settlement between the parties. As per the settlement deal, Bhaskarudu was to replace him in January 2000, Bhaskarudu was to step down in December 1999, 2 years ahead of schedule. Okay, and Qatar, whom this fellows wanted, Qatar, who was supposed to be a Suzuki Motors Corporation loyalist, was supposed to take over. All right, in January 2000, Saito would replace Sengupta as the chairman. The gentleman whom they had proposed, so Saito would replace Sengupta, who is the chairman of the board. Further, Saito was to wait. Though the dispute between the Suzuki Motor Corporation and the government of India, the issue did not come as a major surprise to industry watchers. You know why? From the time this has happened, there is a issue going on between the two. If you look over, the whole history of Maruti Udyog Limited, always the government of India and the Suzuki Corporation, Suzuki Motors Corporation have been having an issue. So whatever fights happen, they'll say, "Oh, one more. This too shall pass," like that. But you see what happens with the reputation, etc., etc. It shouldn't be like, "Oh, this too shall pass," isn't it? It is not a thing that you should say. You see, once again, I have one more document for you. No, not this. Okay. Okay, I had another this thing case, but that's okay. Yeah, there was one more case. Where did it go? Let me see in downloads. Okay, now you see there is this one case. See, all I want to say is negotiations help in not wasting time. All right, when there is a conflict, it has to be settled out of court settlement. Once you go to court, then it goes on, and most important, not only do you lose money, you lose your reputation and you lose business. There is this case, you see, the Dutch denim brand G-Star publicly announced in December 2007 that it had pulled out of its long-term relationship with the Indian/Italian jeans manufacturer and supplier Fibers and Fabrics International Limited. Now, international, sorry, not limited. See, G-Star's loss of appetite towards the Indian supplier was the consequence of being trapped between international campaigning for 2 years by the Dutch campaigning organizations Clean Clothes Campaign and India Committee Netherlands ICN, and the destructive litigation undertaken by its supplier. The supplier was Fibers and Fabrics International Limited. See, Fibers and Fabrics International Limited was established in and around Bangalore, and it was giving job to 1,500 people, 5,500 people in Bangalore and 100 to 150 people in Italy. All right, and this was such a big organization, and G-Star then your three more big companies were buying from Fibers and Fabrics Limited. All right. Now, what happened is there was 20,000, when you see 5,500 families, there were 20,000, and 1 to 100 to 150 in Italy. There were 20,000 families dependent on this company. Now, what happened actually, will just tell you. Uh, as you know, India is well known for its large textile industry. In Karnataka, in and around Bangalore, a major the production area lies. The region was booming, and more than 6 lakh people worked in the textile industry until the global financial crisis reached India. The company's Fibers and Fabric International Private Limited, its subsidiary Jeans Knit Private Limited, and its Italian affiliate Tintoria Astico are led by a fabric designer and a software expert. Two of them were doing it. Due to this combination, see, you have a fabric designer and a technology expert. So, due to this combination, the company processes are very progressive and innovative. See, now I'm talking to you about all that the company did and all it was doing. Despite that, what happened, you see? uh, See, the processes of the companies were progressive and innovative, not only by Indian standards, by also European standards. You know, European Union has high standards, not that we Indians don't. They develop new fabrics and fashionable jeans, mainly designed for Western customers. Many of the fabrics used in the Bangalore production process are developed and produced by Hi Emmanuel, developed and produced by people in Italy. All right, that is Tintoria. Consequently, retail prices are not targeted at the local market. Labor conditions for the Italian and Indian employees appear to follow the high standards required by the Western clients. Salaries are above the legal minimum wage. Safety measures are prescribed, and protective eyewear, gloves, and shoes are provided to the employees wherever necessary. Medical services are provided for by a full-time female doctor, and she can be consulted by at all times by all employees and their family members. A free Indian lunch and bus service, a free in are this is also this is given to employees. There are 4 grievance committees made up of employee representatives, a committee to redress sexual harassment, a health and safety committee, a workers grievance committee, and a canteen committee. Since 1994, the company has made use of a wastewater cleaning installation. Purified water is reused for washing activities and for watering the garden. Now let me go back and tell you. We have this company called Fibers and Fabric International Limited, which is an offshoot or a subsidiary of Tintoria of Italy. Tintoria gives, this company has 100 to 150 employees in Italy, and there are about 5,500 employees in India. A total of 20,000 people are dependents because of the huge rate of employees, a huge number of employees. And then because there are the company is run by a fabric designer as well as a technology expert, so its processes are all progressive. There are certain facilities given to the employees. The salary of Indian and Italian employees are similar, like on par with what is required. Plus, there are food and bus services are given. There are 4 redressal committees, and the safety measures are there. They are given gloves, caps, whatever safety, this thing, etc. Now, FFI had 4 units, production units in Bangalore, located adjacently. One for cutting material, one for the sewing of trousers and other clothes, one for the washing and brushing of jeans, and 4 the packaging and dispatching of orders. The majority of these people people working are from rural Karnataka. So we have Pramila Associates, led by our very own famous lawyer Pramila Nesargi, and who is also a women's activist, and among other things, she's a famous lawyer. She focuses on women's rights and labor issues. So she is the one who gives advice on labor policies, also assists individual women in their fight for equal treatment and against sexual harassment. So what happened is, I'll tell you in a gist. A particular labor union wanted to wanted to be recognized as the official labor union of this company. So what it did is, it approached the company, but according to the something, there is one regulation in India. There is a regulation which says 10% of, or 100, either 100 of the workforce or 10% of the workforce, whichever is less, engaged in that particular establishment of industry should be part of your trade union. Otherwise, they will not allow them to register. Right? Farhat, good morning. Vinna, good morning. Okay, they will not allow them to register. So this company tried to register, it failed, and then they tried to negotiate. See, I'll tell you the gist of the case study. It became so bad that foreign companies who were buying from this fabric FFI stopped buying. All right, the case went to international no, it went to Netherlands, it was fought there, and it was fought in India. And then there was a fact finding committee. Two members of the fact finding committee gave a they gave an interview to the TV, and because of that, they did not tell the full thing, the full picture was not given. So they were sued by this company, and the Netherlands government refused to repatriate them for the case. It was getting so bad, and so much of bad blood, and so much of bad publicity, that four big people, big this thing, like, I forget the four fellows, man, they refused to buy from them. All in all, this FFI's business was totally spoiled because negotiations failed. All right, I will to my seniors, I will send this art. It's a long case study. I can't go into every bit of it right now. So once I finish, I will email this to you, as I have been doing. All right, so please, I just have come for a short class, and I want to say, yeah, all of you who are waving by, hi, I want to say one important thing is, negotiations are extremely important, and negotiations should give you a win-win situation. I win some, I lose some, you win some, you lose some. So this is the order of the day. So you have to understand, first of all, that conflicts are bound to happen. Conflicts can happen anywhere. So you have to first accept the fact that conflicts are bound to happen. Then understand why conflicts happen. Do conflicts happen because of individual differences? Do conflicts happen because of cultural issues? You must understand all this. All right. Once you understand all this, then you can understand how the conflict is happening in your organization. It could be happening for individual differences, or it could be happening because of organizational issues, differences. Then after understanding, you have to try and solve. As a manager, international business manager, you have to try and solve these issues, and better you solve it out of court. Don't arbitration, mediation. I'll tell you in my next class how it goes step by step. Once you finish, if you can do it by without going outside, if you can do it by mediation, you finish it. If you cannot do it yourself, call a mediator. Mediator will come and finish it. And it should not go to court. Once it goes to court, it becomes the knowledge becomes public property, and it becomes a very big issue. This particular, I was telling, FFI has gone has lost a lot of business, because all these foreign clients also are pulled. So when you're in a bad soup, All your clients also will be say, oh, this person, Mr. A, who is in a soup, is supplying to B, C, D. So B, C, D also will be painted in a bad picture by these by the media. So all this will happen. That is why negotiation takes a very great importance. So next time when I come on Thursday, I will talk to you about negotiation skills. What are the negotiation skills that you have to develop? A great amount. I told you about layers of conflict, how layers, different layers, there are different layers for conflict. The first layer is misunderstanding. So this layer you have to clear. So I will say bye now because we have taken lot of classes. I don't want to take long class and my hand is paining from holding my phone. I'm sure the video is shaking a lot. I'm sorry class. I think because of overusage, my high-speed internet has gone to normal internet. It should now. I think the first has to come for my high-speed internet to come back. I could not log on into Facebook, so Facebook through my Mac. I've come through my phone. Anyway, I definitely wanted to take some class, and here it is with 2 case studies. Good morning, Purnima. I wind up here. Thank you, class, for watching. Tell others also to watch. What to do? Some people are not watching. I'm not feeling at all happy about it. Please watch and understand. Okay. Thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Good morning, all of you. Whomever I have not seen because I was talking, I didn't see the notifications. Thank you for watching. Good morning. Stay healthy. Stay strong. Stay happy. And stay at home. Currently, stay at home. If you have to buy something, make a list and go. Don't run 10 times for 10 different things. Go once for 20 different things. Some things you can do without. Okay? Please don't go out. It has how much can our government do? There's a limit to what they can do. If people don't listen, see 783 cases in 24 hours. It's not a joke. We are going into the worst situation possible. Stay at home. We, the educated people, should listen. Stay at home. If you don't have tomatoes, use something else. Alright? There is a way. You'll get a new taste. Without tomato, you'll get a new taste. Don't go out. And if you're going, buy everything. Make a list. See your fridge. See what is there in your kitchen. What you want. Pen, this, that. Don't run out for a pen. Don't run out for a book. Make a list. Bring everything and come. Write, you don't need 10 books for 10 subjects. You can write in one book for all the subjects. Make, sufficient partitions. Make do, learn to adjust. As I told you, the future, if at all anyone of us, how many of us live, we don't know. How many of us will get attacked, we don't know. We have to be careful, that's why. Let's keep ourselves safe. Alright? For the sake of our families, for the sake of those who love us, let us keep ourselves safe. Alright? Then the future belongs to those who learn to adapt. We may have to do without a lot of things, a lot of luxuries. So-called luxuries had become necessities for us. See, WhatsApp is a luxury, but it has become necessity for us now. So think of all this and stay home, stay safe. God bless you all. Love you all, my students. Yeah, God bless. Bye. Jai Hind. Jai Karnataka.